Now, I saw this in an article, the New York Daily News, and this went nuts. Now, this is where we're going to bring in Reed's Rant, and here we go. So, Derek Fisher, as I mentioned in the New York Daily News article, went on Fox Sports 1 saying that he wouldn't have taken the Knicks head coaching job if he knew Phil Jackson was going to make him run the triangle offense. Well, excuse me, Derek Fisher, do you need a history lesson about Phil Jackson, about his history as a coach, or you think he's going to change now at the stage of his life at what he's at then? You really thought that was going to happen? Really? To say that you wouldn't have taken it. I understand that you just finished playing in the NBA, but if you know basketball, if you know anything about basketball, if you've ever heard about Kobe Bryant, if you've ever heard about Shaquille O'Neal, if you've ever heard about the triangle offense, if you've ever heard about the Chicago Bulls, if you ever heard the name of Phil Jackson, what do you think those teams ran? What do you think Phil Jackson was going to do? Phil Jackson said at that time, publicly, we're looking for guys to help with the triangle offense. No excuse that you just came retired out as a player. No excuse, because he said that publicly, and any person that knows basketball, as I said, should know that. And then the other thing is, he said that he wouldn't have taken a job if he knew that. Well, first of all, maybe just get some lessons on how to ask appropriate questions when you go on an interview for anything next time, maybe. Maybe that's why no one has wanted you ever since you left the Knicks, and why you're sitting in Atlanta at NBA TV right now. And then the other thing is, the reason of saying, oh, he knew Phil, if he knew Phil Jackson was going to make him run the triangle, he would have taken it. But first of all, he said also Steve Kerr. He did say Steve Kerr probably didn't take the Knicks job because he knew that Phil Jackson was going to make him run the triangle offense. You think? Really? You think? Phil Jackson, has said publicly, again and again at that time, as I've been saying, you think Steve Kerr, you think that's probably why Steve Kerr didn't take it? Good job, Derek Fisher, for using your noggin, using your brain. And then, finally, as I said, for the excuses of saying that he wouldn't have taken if Phil Jackson made him run the triangle, that's nonsense. That's just an excuse for saying that, which he won't say, but it's true, that he wouldn't have the only reason that he took the Knicks job was because no one wanted him, and the Knicks were foolish enough to offer him $25 million. No person in their right mind would offer someone $25 million for a head coaching job, especially a head coach as a rookie head coach who just came out of the league as a player. But that's all I have for today. I have to calm down after that. But that's all I have for you today. I'm your host, Reed Becker. This has been Crunch Time with Reed Becker, and we'll see you next week.